Alright, we're at the middle of page 8. As my old professor searched for answers, the disease took him over, day by day, week by week. He backed the car out of the garage one morning and he could barely even push the brakes. That was the end of driving. He kept tripping, so he purchased a cane, and that was the end of walking free. He went for his regular swim at the YMCA, but he found that he could no longer even undress himself. So he hired his first home care worker, a theology student named Tony, who helped him in and out of the pool, and in and out of his bathing suit. In the locker rooms, the other swimmers pretended not to stare. They stared anyhow, and that was the end of his privacy. In the fall of 1994, Maury came to the Hilly Brandeis campus to teach his final college course. He could have skipped this, of course. The university would have understood. Why suffer in front of so many people? Stay home. Get your affairs in order. But the idea of quitting did not even occur to Maury. Instead, he hobbled into the classroom, his home for more than 30 years. Because of the cane, he took a while to reach his chair. Finally, he sat down, dropped his glasses off his nose, and looked out at the young faces who stared back in silence. My friends, I assume you are all here for the social psychology class. I have been teaching this course for over 20 years, and this is the first time I can say there's a risk in taking it, because I have a fatal illness. I may not even live to finish the semester. If you feel this is a problem, I understand if you wish to drop the course. He smiled, and that was the end of his secret. Notice how every little one there ended with, and that was the end of this, and that was the end of that. ALS is like a lit candle. It melts your nerves and leaves your body a pile of wax. Nice metaphor. Or simile, there we go. Often it begins with the legs and it works its way up. You lose control of your thigh muscles so that you can't support yourself standing. You lose control of your trunk muscles so that you can't sit up straight. By the end, if you are still alive, you're breathing through a tube in a hole in your throat while your soul, perfectly awake, is imprisoned inside a limp husk, perhaps able to blink or cluck a tongue, like something from a science fiction movie. The man frozen inside his own flesh. This takes no more than 5 years from the day you contract the disease. Maury's doctors guessed he had 2 years left. Maury knew it was less, but my old professor had made a profound decision once he began to construct the day he came out of the doctor's office with a sword hanging over his head. Do I wither up and disappear? Or do I make the best of my life left? He asked himself. He would not wither. He would not be ashamed of dying. Instead, he would make his death his final project, the center point of all his days. Since everyone was going to die, he could be of great value, right? He could be research, a human textbook. Study me in my slow and patient demise. Watch what happens to me. Learn with me. Maury would walk that final bridge between life and death and narrate the trip. Alright, I'm going to stop right there, and we are going to continue on page 11.